Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So
Morning,
today,
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
so welcome to the third lecture of the course on data structure and algorithm. So in today's lecture, we will discuss about delete operation in 1D array, and in doing so, we shall be understanding the logic and algorithm development of delete operation. And finally, we will do the algorithm analysis of insertion and delete operation. And in the next lecture, we have planned to discuss on uh, formal understanding of asymptotic notations in regard of algorithm analysis. Okay. So let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the last class, we did the insertion operation. And today we start with delete operation. Okay. So for example, this is one array given. The elements are 10, 13, 20, 16, and 30. And the other elements are 0. So total number of elements can be stored here 9 max. The size of the array is 9. And 5 non-zero elements are there, 4 zeros. So 4 vacancies are there. So we may have a provision of position-wise deletion. We may have a provision for element-wise deletion. So two ways are there in which we can delete, okay, an element from an existing array. So let's discuss first case 1, which is delete by position. So where we are going to delete an element at any specified position given by the user. That position index is small p, for example, okay, and ensure that the array is non-empty. Okay, if the array is empty, delete operation can't be possible. So consider this example of 1D array. So this is your A0, A2, A4. How do we access actually the array elements? By their positions. This is the position index of 0. This is our position index 4. This is our position index 2. Okay, fine. From programmer's perspective, index starts with 0. And p can be any value within the range. What is the range? It may be 0, 1, 2, dot, dot, dot. It may be index of the last element, which is n minus 1, capital N minus 1, where capital N is the size of the array. So p should be any value within this range only, 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so user can't provide any random value for the variable p. User has to provide any valid value. The validity is checked by this. P has to be lying in this range, 0 to n minus 1. So even if user mistakenly provides any value out of this range, it's programmer's responsibility to handle that situation. Okay. Now let's take an example that p equal to 2. User has provided a value of p equal to 2. So that scenario will, after deletion, will be something like this. So this was the picture before deletion, and after deletion, what is happening? This is happening. Okay. So p equal to 2 means this position. This corresponds to p equal to 0, p equal to 1, p equal to 2, and so on. So this is the position corresponding to p equal to 2. This element of 20 value is going to be deleted. So for delete operation, what we do, it's not actually deallocation of the memory, but the deletion of the value, loss of the value, that's all. So how do we do that? We replace simply its immediate this value by its immediate right value. 16 is going to replace that value 20. That is left shift of 16 by 1 unit of place. Similarly, next to it, we are doing left shifting of 30 by 1 unit. Similarly, this value is left shifted here, this value is left shifted here, this value is left shifted here, and finally the last element is also left shifted to its previous position. So here, repeated left shifts are occurring. Repeated left shifts are occurring. Okay, by 1 unit. And also you have observed that the left shifts are starting from left. First left shift is occurring here, and the last left shift is occurring here. So the left shifts, all the left shifts, the left shift phenomena is initiated from the left end. Okay, whereas in insertion operation, the shifting operation which we have observed, that is a right shift. But the right shift, series of right shifts phenomena has to be started from the right end. But here, the left shift phenomena has to be started from the left end. So after the operation, this will be the final scenario. 10, 13, 16 will be coming here, 30 will be coming here, and all the remaining elements which are 0. And we have seen that there are 5 zeros available, and here 4 zeros. So one extra vacancy we have generated by means of deleting a single value from a desired position. In this case, the position of p equal to 2. Okay. I hope you have understood. So next, any question up to this?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, first we have to assign the element which we want to delete to 0, and then we want to left shift, or first left shift and then assign to 0.
We are not doing any assignment of 0.
No, sir. No, sir. First we have to replace the element with 0, no? Then we have to left shift.
The left
No, we can directly
itself
do
is
the
actually doing the replacement.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. What is actually the replacement? That is actually the left shift. Any other
We
question?
have to just open a for loop and shifted the value from the position value to till the end.
Please repeat again. Sorry.
So the algo will be like, sir, just start from the initial position of the position given and just shift the values in a for loop.
Right. It's a repeated shifts, left shifts. So we need a looping statement. Okay. Next, coming to element-wise delete operation. Means I will ask the user, please provide me the value which you want to delete from the array. So now user is not providing us a position, because whenever you are deleting the element by its position, you are not bothering about what is the value stored over there. Simply you go to the position, delete from there, whatever it is. But now you are bothering about, okay, what is the value?
So we need the if statement.
Yes, something like that. Okay, so delete an element given by user from the array if it's existing, of course. If it is not present at all in the array, it can't be deleted. So we are now going to delete an element by its value. The value has to be stored over there. For example, we may take two instances. The one element, let's say n equal to 16, we want to delete. Okay, first, or n equal to 40, two different instances. Our original example was this 1D array 10, 13, 20, 16, 30, and 4 zeros. And we are going to delete 16. So, first thing which have to be done, that element 16 is present or not in the array, that have to be checked. That means we have to apply a basic searching operation. 16 has to be searched in the array. If the searching was found successful, then only it can be deleted. Otherwise, we have to throw a message to the user that value does not exist in the array. So deletion is not possible. Okay, so first searching. You search the array, so search the element 16 in the array, found that element, and then delete that element. And how to do the element deleted? That is by series of left shift. Okay, so suppose you have found successfully the value of 16 at here. We don't bother about the position. We have found it, and from that position onwards, you apply a series of left shift like this. 13 comes in the place of 16. This 0 is coming in the place of 30. This 0 is coming in the place of this 0, and so on. The last element is coming to its previous position, and so on. So that after deletion, this is the final output: 10, 13, then 20, then 30, and one. See, 5 number of zeros are there. One vacancy has been created because of deletion of an element. Okay. Next, what if we are going to delete 40? User has provided a value 40, but 40 is not at all present in the array. So you, again, the same procedure. 40 has to be searched in the array. After searching, it is not found, and hence no deletion is.
Display the message not found.
That's all. So this is case 2, element-wise deletion. And case 3, if the array is empty, then deletion is not possible. That also we are considering in our algorithm development. So these are the basic things, basic features, principle. You may add on some extra things also to handle some other cases, sub cases. Okay, let's go for the algorithm development. Okay, case 1. What is case 1? Delete by position. So I am reading the position P from the user. So we are writing like this: read P. Okay. Also, you may write here some comment that P has to be lying in the range 0 to n-1, capital N-1. Okay, where n is the size of the array. A. The name of the array is A. That you may provide here, mention here, using a comment like. So read P, and then you call a function, delete app, and see the name of the function. The first letter is small of the delete word, and then add second word, and its first letter is capital. So delete add, passing an argument which is the position P. No other argument is required at all. So this is the function definition. Delete add P. We write like this, semicolon. Okay. Then these two are not required. Status equal to 0, status equal to 1. These two lines are absolutely not required. These are optional. For now, okay, now logical part. What we are doing in delete by position, that is, we simply, for example, P equal to 2. So we can directly go to this position and start series of left shift. That means we need a loop through which we have to perform the series of left shifts. So if this position is P, okay. This position is P equal to 2. And this is index of this location is capital N-1, and index of this location is 0. What I am going to do inside the for loop, the first left shift should be like this. So what is this element? How can I access this element? If the name of the array is A, this element is given by the symbol AP, and this element is accessed by
AP plus 1, probably.
this element is given by A P plus 1.
So AP plus 1 is transferring to AP.
Right. So what we do, left shift means AP plus 1 or AP is getting replaced by AP plus 1. So we are assigning the value of AP plus 1 to the variable AP. So this is the meaning of this left shift. Similarly, what we are doing, the next left shift, I mean the second iteration of the for loop, this. How to write that? So this element is accessed by A P plus 2. So that means this AP plus 2 should replace AP plus 2. So we write AP plus 1 should be assigned the value of AP plus 2. This means right hand side is going to replace the left hand side. Okay. Similarly, Shayok 9090. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me next left shift. How should we write here?
Sir, AP plus 2 equals to AP plus 3.
Right.
Sir, inside a for loop, if I write just AI is equals to AI plus 1, and you will.
Please wait a while. Okay. So next, what we are doing, similarly, this left shift also. Okay. So I just want to call Shreya. So please tell me, how can we write this left shift?
AP plus 3, arrow AP plus 4.
A minor correction, this is going to be your second last element, and we know that it may not be 3 or 4 always, but I know that the last index is n minus 1. So in term, if I understand the index of the last element is n minus 1, so based on that, how can we express mathematically this second last left shift? Please wait a while, let me finish. This is going to be your last left shift, and this is your second last left shift. So how can I mathematically express the second last left shift? Yes, Sriya.
So AP plus n minus 1.
AP plus n minus 1. How to access this value? Last value, A of what?
Sir, A of n minus 1.
A of n minus 1. A of n
of n
minus 1.
Let her try. I'm asking Sriya.
Okay.
What is the symbol to access this last element?
A of n minus 1.
Right. Good. So this is A n minus 1. And then how can I write this value? Similarly, if this is A n minus 1, what is the index of this element?
A of P.
Not P. I may not know that
N.
it is not always actually AP. AP is this one or AP plus 1. But if I know this is the last element, A n minus 1, of which index is n minus 1. So it's the index of this previous element must be n minus 2. Yes or
N
no?
minus 1 to n minus
Yes,
2 at
sir.
left shift.
So this element is accessed by the symbolic expression notation a n minus 2, right?
Minus 1.
No, this is a n minus 1. This is a n minus 2, 1 less. This is a n minus 3. What are the indices? This index of this element is 0. This is 1. 1 is increasing. The indices are increasing. Okay, 3 and so on. Okay, so indices are 0,
Yes, sir.
then comma, next element is 2, index of next element 3, and dot dot. Any intermediate position is, let's say, P. Okay, like this. It's an example that P equal to this value, P equal to 2. But that is an example, not a general thing. But dot dot dot, and what is the last index you know? That is n minus 1. So what should be the second last? N minus 2. The third,
Minus
right, n minus 3 and dot dot dot.
3.
So in reverse order, in this order, n minus 1,
Hmm.
1 decrementation, n minus 2, n minus 3, ultimately comes to 3, 2, 1, and 0. So this is a n minus 1, a n minus 2. So now, how to write this left shift?
But sir,
This
last
a
one.
n minus, আচ্ছা একটা একটা করে শেষ করি, এটা করি আগে। এই কালার যেটা লেফট শিফট হচ্ছে সেটাকে লিখে নিই। a n minus 2 is going to replace its previous value. So then I must understand what
A minus-
this is a minus 3, right? So I am going to replace this a n minus 3 by a n minus 2. So in right hand side we are writing a n minus 2. On the left hand side we should write
2 and
a minus 3.
3.
Right. That's all. Okay, so this is your second last left shift. So that the last left shift should be, now tell me, the boy who was prompting. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Next, who was actually prompting for the last left shift? Tell me.
Sir, n minus 1 will be shifted to n minus 2 through left shift.
কে বলছে?
Sir, I mean, show.
So okay, fine. So a n minus 2 is going to be replaced by
A n minus 1.
a n minus 1. So this many, okay. So this many number of left shifts we have performed. We have to perform. Okay. Just focus on either side, either left hand side or right hand side of the series of left shifts. Just focus on any one side. Okay. So one volunteer I need, Shayanti. Okay. So the first, for the first left shift, here I have seen that it is P. Let's use some other color. For example, okay. So this is your index. This is happened using while I mean in the first iteration of the for loop. This is occurred in the second iteration of the for loop. So for example, the first iteration of the for loop, let's say, corresponds to I equal to 0. Third iteration, second iteration corresponds to I equal to 1, something like that. I equal to 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, I plus plus. So in the first iteration, this value is, index is P. In the second iteration, it is P plus 1. Okay. In the third iteration, it is P plus 2. And so on. The second last iteration, we have n minus 3. And in the last iteration, last left shift, we have n minus 2. So see, observe the pattern. It is starting with the value P, then it is P plus 1, P plus 2. So that means get incremented by 1. That is the pattern we are observing, right? So P plus 2. And dot dot dot, dot dot dot, okay, n minus 3. And finally, we have n minus 2. Okay, so if I do something like this, we start with I equal to P, and so the variable, the value of the variable I which is used in the for statement. Okay, so what I start with I equal to p and will end up with I equal to n minus 2. So, so for I equal to p to I equal to n minus 2, we will implement the for statement. Understood? So for this is something different. Oh, right, here it is. So for it is j. Okay, so for example j, let's change the variable for your better convenience. It is j. So it is j. It is j. So j equal to p to j equal to p to n minus 1. Okay, why it is n minus 1? It should be n minus 2. Yes, it should be n minus 2.
Sir,
Sir, it
sir,
is
just
up,
একটা doubt ছিল.
sir, up to n minus
It
1.
should be n minus 2, no problem. Okay, so j equal to p to n minus 2, what we are doing inside the first statement, that a j is replaced by its immediate right value, that is j plus 1. Okay,
স্যার একটা ডাউট ছিল. One
এখানে
doubt.
n minus 1 করা আছে, ওতে কোনো সমস্যা নেই, ওতে কোনো চাপ নেই, n minus 2 পেয়ে যাবে। বলো কি বলছো?
স্যার বলছিলাম যে যেমন রাইট শিফটের কেসে আমরা দেখেছিলাম যে নাম্বার অফ এলিমেন্টস দ্যাট আর টু বি রাইট শিফটেড ওয়্যার n minus p minus 1,
Hey,
right?
please, please take care of this. They are disturbing me. It's 11:16 and they are trying to join. Even if it's not of any use actually. এখন join করে কোনো লাভ নেই. Oh, I am recording the video. Sorry. Okay, so okay, fine. So yes.
Yes. So স্যার যেরকম স্যার রাইট শিফটে একটা মানে নাম্বার অফ এলিমেন্টস টু বি রাইট শিফটেড ওয়্যার n minus p minus 1.
Similarly,
So
here also you can compute
here
that.
also same, sir. That is the question. Just.
Okay, you calculate it, no issue. You yourself can calculate. So the starting value is p, the ending value is n minus 2. So how to calculate this? These are very important questions for MCQs. So n minus 2, the minus p, the final value minus initial value, and I think
So plus 1.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
The plus 1.
Now, for example, 2 to 5, 2 to 3, 5. So how many values are there? 5 minus 2, that is 3, but 1 plus. Okay, that is 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 values. Similarly here, n minus 2 minus p plus 1. So this is n minus p minus 1. So I guess same
Similar.
number of...
Yes, sir. Same, sir.
Right.
Yes.
You can do this yourself, no issue. And you should be capable of doing this. Okay, so we understood the algorithm for delete operation by position only. Now we are coming to delete operation by value. Just extra thing we have to do here, that is a searching. In case of position, we do not have to do any searching, but in case of value, delete by value, we have to apply searching. We have to search for the value. So read n, that is the value, read by the user, read from the user, sorry, and then calling the function delete at n, passing the information as argument, the value of the element n, that's going to be deleted. So now this is the function definition. Here, this will be understood later. So status equal to 0. Next, what we are doing? We are doing the searching, basic searching. Okay, basic searching means
The user input element a match করছে কিনা এর সাথে, that is searching.
yeah. Okay, so this is one 1D array, and some value is there. For example, here I am taking n, and n is going to be searched here. Means n is being compared with this element, which is your a0. It is your a0. Then, if they are not equal, I am going for comparison between n and this element. This element is actually a1, and so on. So I am to keep on comparing n with all the array elements one by one after another until I am getting success where the comparison is successful. where I'm getting the condition that the two values are equal to each other. For example, here this is your 8 3, and n is equal to A3. That means match found, searching is successful, the element is stored at this position. Okay, something like that.
So if n
So
equals to
for
ai
I
equals to text.
so for I equal to 0 to n minus 1, so I have to start searching, comparing. This searching is comparing. So we are starting comparison between the user given value n with the array elements starting from this position, and I have to keep on comparing, keep on comparison. Uh, okay, until till the last position of the array, that is a n minus 1. This element is a n minus 1. The last index is n minus 1, and this is 0. Index of the first element is 0, 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so that's why for I equal to 0 to n minus 1, and in steps of 1 means I plus plus. This is the meaning of I plus plus. So what we are doing, we are simply comparing if AI, the array element, is equal to the user given value n or not. If they are not equal, simply I am going to the next location. So go to the next iteration.
Sir,
But in programming, what should be there? It should be here continue. I will not write here continue because continue is a syntax. It's a okay.
sir,
People
one
cannot.
doubt.
Yes,
Inside if
yes,
statement, you're using ai not equals to n.
right.
Can't we use relational operator ai equals to n?
This is a relational operator, not equal to.
If
Less than equal to, less than, greater than,
uh,
all those are relational operators. This is
I mean,
also
how
equal
to
to,
use
not
it?
equal to.
This is the algorithm, but
Huh?
can we use it during the time of writing the program?
I'm not getting. What is the question?
We can't use this symbol, I think, during writing of the program in C compiler. Not equals to.
We can.
No, we can use the semicolon and equals to means
Oh,
exclamation sign and equals to.
are you talking about this thing?
Yes.
This is a syntax.
Yes, so that's why I'm
Now
asking.
tell me, you have gone now you are a second year English student. Did you learn about this operator during your mathematics in class 11, 12? No.
Yeah.
You are familiarized with this operator equal to, but not this or this. These are syntactical operators. So for layman understanding, I
Okay.
I do not prefer to use these symbols. Okay, people know
Fine,
this.
fine.
Yes, and also AI. We can't write a and I in suffix in programming, right? This AI is in code. That AI is actually something like this: a third bracket start, I third bracket close. But we are not supposed to write this. We are supposed to write more general mathematical thing, which layman people can understand. This is AI, the ith element of the vector A or the one-dimensional array A. Okay, so if AI not equal to n, I'm just passing to, I'm going to the next location. So go to next iteration. Okay, and end if, that's all. If, okay, so it will go on, it will keep on moving to the next location and next location until this condition becomes false. So this condition is false means what? Means A equal to
We
n,
have found the element.
right? So that if condition will be false only if AI is equal to n. And what does that mean? AI equal to n, that means n is found at that position.
Then start the left shifting.
With position index I. With the position index I. So n is found in the array. And where is the position? Where is the n value located? The position I, right?
I.
You got two information. We have successfully found searched the value along with its position. So else, so it's coming under else part. What we are doing, then we are trying the delete operation. What is that? Actually, left shift, series of left shifts. Okay, then it is similar to the previous thing what we have explained just previously. Okay, so somewhere we have found the position. Suppose this is your I. for example, this is your I, where the element n was found. Okay, then we are applying the same concept. Okay, j equal to, instead of p, what we should write? I. Right, I is the position where the element was found. The position which is going to be where the value will be going to be deleted. See, while doing the delete by position, what is the significance of p? What is the meaning of p? P is the position of deletion. Right? P is the position of deletion. And here, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
position of deletion, I. Right? At the position I have found the element n. So this is going to be my position of deletion. And so then I am applying the same thing for j equal to p to n minus 1. So here it is not p, it is I. So for j equal to I to n minus 1, and then doing left shift. Aj is replaced by aj plus 1. Aj is replaced by aj plus 1. Same code. Okay. So after completion of this for loop, after completion of the left shift, all the left shift, what is going to be happened? Let's refer to the theoretical example, right? So here I have found successfully element by 16 was found, for example, and position p, the value of I is here 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. So here the value is I equal to 3. All the left shifts are done. Means here 30 came, 0 came. This is the scenario. Okay. Now tell me a very important question. Sorry, where is that? Tell me what is the last modified value after completion of this for loop? It's already even 26. No problem. We will wrap up soon. What is the last modified value of I after completion of this for loop? Any person? Anyone?
Sir,
What is the last modified value of I after completion of this for loop?
Sir, n minus 2.
No. What is the first value of I? Yes, right question. Tell me.
স্যার আপনি কি চেকিং এর ফর লুপটা তো বলছেন? চেকিং করছি নাম্বারটা।
Whatever. I'm asking what is the last modified value of I after this for loop completion?
স্যার n-1
N. It is actually I, not n, because throughout this inner for loop, the value of I is not getting changed. The value of j is getting changed. J equal to I, j equal to I plus 1, j equal to I plus 2, dot dot dot, up to j equal to n minus 1. And after completion of the for loop, the value of j will be further incremented to n from n minus 1. That is the unsuccessful operation, right? But the value of I is never getting changed throughout this for loop. So before the for loop, what was the value of I? I is actually the position of deletion. I'm asking you, I'm telling you repeatedly, I is the position of deletion, where the value is found. Now what is the significance of this I equal to I minus 1? This is done. We are not actually, see, we have deleted the element. Okay, no, fine, I am done. Should we not apply a break statement here? Should we not stop the operation here? So in in the previous week, in some laboratory demonstration class, I think probably B2 group has asked me, sir, is your demonstration is capable of deleting, duplicate values? If, for example, there are a value 5, but 5 is present in the array more than once, twice or thrice. So
Yes, sir. Yes.
right, so that means duplicate elements are present in the array. So this algorithm, just up to this one, up to this inner for loop, will be capable of deleting any element for the first time which is present in the array. But
So, sir, it means search by value. It is a search by value, sort of.
search by value, no issue. But if we
Yes.
put a break after this inner for statement, that will terminate the deletion operation, even if there are duplicate elements. So what we are doing, see, I equal to I minus 1, okay, and we are not stopping here. And as the deletion is successful, we are modifying the value of status by 1. The status is variable is like a flag. So if the deletion is successful, this flag will be holding a value 1. If the deletion is never occurred, then status, this line will never be executed, because the status is equal to 1 has been written inside else portion. Okay, so this else, if else is not activated, if this else is not executed at all, then this status will never be equal to 1. Status will be always equal to 0. And when this else part will be activated, if and only if matching is being found, right? So if the matching is
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if the matching is found, then only deletion is possible, then only status will be equal to 1. So the significance of the status is, it is checking whether deletion is successfully done or not. Okay, so if status equal to 1, deletion successful. If the status equal to 0, after the entire operation, after the entire execution of this algorithm, we have to understand if status equal to 0 means deletion was not happened at all. So that is the significance of status. Okay, very well. Now coming to I equal to, we are not using any break statement here. So we are further using the value of I. Okay, for next operations, next iterations of the outer for loop. And what is the outer for loop doing? It is searching, keep on searching the user given value n with all the array elements up to n minus 1. And we are never using break statement inside this outer for loop. That means the outer for loop will keep on searching, will keep on comparing the user given value n with all the array elements. That means multiple, even if there are duplicate elements, all the duplicate elements will be searched and found with the help of this else part. Okay, so that's why this algorithm is also capable of deleting duplicate elements also. Okay, fine. So this is the closing of outer for loop, and then we are checking. Just I told you that what is the significance of status. So if status equal to 0, that means deletion was not possible. Why deletion was not possible? Because the user given value n was not present in the array. So data n does not exist. That message I am throwing to the user. And endif. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the deletion operation by value. So either you can do, so I recommend the delete by value, because there is a provision of lot of learning, more learning as compared to position. Position is easier. Delete by value is not difficult, but there you have to do some extra thing. That's all. And if you do more extra thing, you will learn more. That's all. So I recommend delete by value. So that's all for today's lecture. I have explained, demonstrated the deleted operation. Okay. Now we shall have a very short quiz. Only there are 4 questions. I think 3 minutes again I can allocate for this. I have shared the link on the chat box, so click on that, provide your access through your email ID. Already you have logged in email ID. So just to provide the user university role and